Oh dear, that guy really thought he was going to make the play. So this year it seems we've got a really early Christmas miracle, and Call of Duty have decided to release rank play extremely early. I actually think this is the earliest it's ever been. I mean, sometimes we didn't see rank play till like February or something. But not only that, they actually released it an even day earlier than they were meant to, so you might have found yourself thrusted right in there, and you quickly came to realize that it's a lot different to multiplayer. And a lot of people this year have said multiplayer is very sweaty. Well, this is a completely different ballgame. So what I'm doing today is bringing you 5 quick tips that's going to help you climb through the ranks in Black Ops 6 rank play. So the first thing I want to talk about is your classes. Now the default classes the game gives you are the AMAs and the Jackal, which actually aren't too bad, but they do need a little bit of a touching up. So for the AMAs, the attachments that you want to go for are the ported compensator, reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, and quick draw grip. Now you can really use any optic, but you want to be using the Kepler, it's the best. Now the thing is, this differs from what it gives you at the start, mainly the reinforced barrel, because technically the reinforced barrel is GA'd, which is a completely different thing when it comes to competitive Call of Duty, but it gives you that extra damage, and let's just assume that everybody's going to be using this for rank play, so there's no reason why you shouldn't either. It's pretty much like trying to play Modern Warfare 2 like the original one without stopping power. It's needed. So moving on to the Jackal PDW, I don't know why there's an X info there. I'm pretty sure it's a visual bug. I think everyone has it. So the attachments you want here are the compensator, which is essential, reinforced barrel, ranger foregrip, ergonomic grip, and balanced stock. Now this is pretty standard class, there's nothing too cynical. There's no really other SMGs better for competitive. The SOG's pretty good, as I mentioned before. There's still some doubts over its ability over long range, whereas the Jackal's going to give you that little bit more consistency. Now here's a controversial part. I think the best gun that you can use in ranked is Krieg. Now I don't really want to be saying that, because in my opinion it shouldn't even be in the game, it should be banned, because the pros have banned it and rank play should be as close as possible. I do predict that this will get banned in the future, that's why I'm not recommend you use it, but at the minute you need to have a Krieg class, because if you load into a game and you've got the AMAs against Kriegs, you're going to get smoked. So in all honesty, you should have a backup Krieg class, and on that you want to have your micro reflex again, ported compensator, reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, and quick draw grip. Now keep this in the back pocket, but if you need to use it, because there's no point you missing out on all that elo whenever everyone else has an unfair advantage. Be smart with it. If the rest of your team has ARs, obviously don't pull out an AR, try and use a sub and try and do the different roles. It's just going to help the whole team chemistry, and although ARs are better, it isn't AR meta. Sometimes a team needs a sub in the hard point, so pick and choose your classes wisely. But those are the 3 I'd recommend to have. So talking about team chemistry, the next tip I would have, now this seems pretty self-explanatory, but it is to stack up with as many teammates as you possibly can. This is extremely important at the early stages of rank play. If you've got no friends, then maybe you see someone playing well in your team in rank play and you send them a friend request or a message being like, do you want to party up? Strengthen numbers, and sometimes your teammates are just really bad and it's kind of a risk you don't really want to take. The whole goal here is to rank up as quick as possible, so you want to try and stack all the dominoes in your favour, and that means partying up and eliminating the chance that you get an absolute trolley teammate or someone that's just really bad. Now there is one caveat to this, and that is, remember that if you're playing with your mates and your mates are a lot higher ranked than you, then the matchmaking is going to go off the highest rank in your party. So if you're bronze and your mate's diamond, then you're going to be playing against loads of diamond players, and realistically if you're bronze and it's your first couple of games, that's not going to go well for you. So just be careful who you team up with. You don't want to be solo queuing, because solo queuing in any rank game is absolutely awful, as everybody knows. But another little side thing that you really want to do is, if you have to solo queue, then just don't be toxic. It brings down the whole team. It's not an enjoyable experience. You just end up making yourself mad. So just be a good teammate. That would have been nasty. Now next on the list is cheaters and how to avoid them. So right now there's an epidemic of cheaters in rank play. Like, it's honestly ridiculous. I think I see one like 1 in every 3 games, and maybe. And when I'm talking about cheaters, I mean most of them don't even try and hide it. Like, I'm talking full on spin botters. And it's going to be especially prevalent at the start of rank play. I think it will probably die down, or you know, maybe we'll just be extremely lucky and they're releasing anti-cheat that bans every single hacker that's ever played Call of Duty. But that's not going to happen. So for right now, we're going to have to work out how to manage them and how to just play and deal with them. Now it is not impossible if you decline the ranks, although cheaters are going to set you back and slow you down, but there's nothing we can do about that. So just make sure you're sending your reports if you get cheated on. I know it feels like it's not doing much, but I think every single day I log on to Call of Duty now, I get a message saying, thanks for your report, we've banned this player. But what I have noticed is that in this game you seem to be paired up against a lot of the same players all the time, and that's probably because you're in around the same elo. The game's always going to try and balance the teams. So what it does is, whenever you come out of a match and you search for a game instantly and your teammates search for a game instantly, the most likely cause is that you're going to be put against each other again, or with each other in that case, which is actually fine. But if you think about it, if you're playing against a hacker and you've just played against them, the worst thing you can possibly do is rage queue another game, because odds are you're going to be put against the same hacker again, or with the same hacker, but it doesn't matter, there's going to be a hacker in your game. So what I recommend you do is go cool off. You're probably going to be angry because you played a hacker. Go make a cup of tea, go have a pee, go have a poo, I don't know, just do something that's going to get you away from the screen for like 2 minutes, and then search again whenever you get back, because then you're going to have a completely new team, completely new enemy team, and you're more likely to not be put up against that dirty hacker that ruined your last game. Now the next tip I have, which admittedly is extremely broad, but the next tip I have is learn. Now rank play is completely different to pub matches. You can just load into pub matches all day and just sprint at people, run, die, like just shoot your gun, because that's kind of what they're for. They're meant to be for having fun, and obviously rank plays for having fun too, yeah, whatever. But you can really learn the game, and it's actually quite enjoyable if you understand what's going on in the map and like why certain things are happening, why you're getting certain spawns, why your enemies are getting certain spawns, why you're able to hold hills better than others. Now you've got the advantage of rank play actually being as pretty much a copy. I mean, it's not as close as I'd want it to be, but the actual competitive Call of Duty, which people play for like a lot of money. So what I would recommend to do is go and watch them play. I mean, they're going to be playing the exact same maps and the exact same modes that you're playing in rank play. And if you want to beat the best, you gotta copy the best or something like that. But hold on a wee second, there's an insane pistol slide here. Like watch this guy get his ankles absolutely broke. Flash as well, sheesh. But yeah, rank season for the pros starts I think on December the 8th, so go watch their matches, and then whenever you play, try and have like a little bit of your brain cells working, because you're not really going to get up the ranks in ranked by just like getting better at shooting people. It's going to help, but if you learn how the game's played, you don't have to shoot as many people, and it's not as stressful. And it's a big tip that if you want to improve and get to the higher ranks later on in the season, then learn, just learn. And yeah, I know I'm not getting in any Rocky movies soon. That motivation was not very motivational, but we move. Now I actually have 2 more little tips, and I know that kind of brings it to 6, but these things are so small that we're going to call it 4.5 and 5. And 4.5 is there's only one field upgrade you can actually use in ranked, and that's trophies. So please use them. This thing frustrates me so much when I'm playing, is people not throwing down trophies and people not shooting trophies either, because people don't realize on hardpoint, especially in competitive mode, nades and stuns are extremely important when the gunfights have a lot more riding on them. If you throw a nade in there and make them weak, it's going to help a lot. But if you have a trophy and you stop the nades, which I mean, you know what, if you watch this clip, I wonder, like, I probably have a trophy available like the whole time. I'm not going to watch it, but right now I know I have a trophy available. I know I'm not really nowhere near the hill, so this one might be something that I need to improve on too. But just use your trophies, please. And the last one is use the best sound settings you possibly can. Now this is important in multiplayer, but in ranked there's only 4 people on each team. The maps can be a lot less hectic, and especially if you're playing a game mode like Search and Destroy, footsteps are important because people are so loud in this game. Now I don't have the ideal sound settings, and I'm not going to claim to give you the ideal ones because I haven't really researched the topic myself. So I'm going to link a really good video down below. Go and upgrade your sound settings, sound tour, and all that good stuff to give yourself the best possible advantage you can. So that's going to do me today for the quickest tips I can give you to help improve your rank in rank play. If there's anything else you can think of that I haven't mentioned that can help other people, please leave a comment below. Also a little cheeky like and a little cheeky subscribe would also mean a lot. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
We got the lead. Now hold it.